taking off. Walking the water saying fuck y'all. No longer finite but an absolute. No longer diminished when I speak the truth. I have more strength than the average bear. Putting fire in the booth when it's not fair. I have the power like the light source. Like speeds of light that just stay on course. My soul's bright enough just to burn a nigga. It's either enough just to burn you niggas. I'm fucking our institutions of rhyme schemes. Fuck you and your skyscrapers, tall beams. Give me the mic, I'll show it how it's done. Let me speak this logic and still have fun. I'm just like Quick when I settle beef. When you listen to this sound, it sounds complete. These are the attributes of real niggas. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, nigga. Except for my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Except for my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Sample my soul like you got a taste. Can't sample the blow, just cop the 8. Can't handle my flow, guess I'm dropping waste. Can't cancel me, bro, I'm non-stop and great. These deuces out sock puffin' and niggas out cock suckling. Filth cat, not that I'm not buckling. People hoping to be a meme, quote or two, tweet of the week or just post quotable. Silence shit talking like I'm choking you with a rope or two. Y'all liars, we see it in your face like Pinocchio. All you rappers, I'm provoking you. Filth cat the best, there's no hope for you. NPC me, Fruity Loop or repeat me. I'm a god you can't touch. You wonder like Stevie cause you can't see me. You hate what I am because you can't be me. Don't believe that I'm real, you need to see me bleeding. Don't want me to win, so you need me retreating. You reaching for reason like palm reading. I'm reaching for seasons cause a nigga eating. I'm a big shopper horse, see more feed me. We will forget you like Reeby. You know that one Jackson that you never see on TV.
Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, I'm bringing heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Good morning. Or should I say peace and blessings and namaste to all. I know that a lot of people have been wondering where I have been. It has been a wonderful journey last month of just, going within, going within, meditating, prayer, doing a lot of self-care, getting a lot of rest, reprogramming my mind to the point that I'm able to think more clearly. I can see things more clearly, focus a little bit more clearly is, seeing that we are in what we call a global crisis, I should say. Not so much that we're thinking about the pandemic, like, just recently within the last 3.5 weeks, Russia has made up its mind to want to take over Ukraine and this, that, and the other. Not only that, paying attention to world news, but also, paying attention to my financial future. And even though I pay attention more to my spiritual side, it seems like my ancestors want me to be more well-rounded in almost every area of my life.
emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that a lot of people cry about that they want in a relationship, but they don't really think about it within self first. You know, it's kind of hard to, you know, want those things and you ain't trying to manifest those things in your own life. You know what I'm saying? And before I go any further, I want to shout out a couple people because they, you know, took the time out of their busy schedule just to check on me. You know, shout out to Karen Biden. You know, she is like the mother of all radio shows. You know what I'm saying? She is a hardcore fan. But we kind of look up to her as a mother of radio shows. She attends almost every radio show that she could possibly, you know, watch, listen to. You know what I'm saying? Another person I want to, you know, shout out to is Keith Light. Very thankful for that brother, you know, checking on me, making sure everything's Gucci with me, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Keith Light. And many others that are probably concerned, you know what I'm saying? But those are the two that stuck out to me, wondering when I'm going to go live, you know what I'm saying? Today, as the day goes by, I'll be doing some more pre-recorded work. I know a lot of people are concerned about me because I haven't went live, you know. And I have to be honest, the radio show is on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? People are downloading the material, you know what I'm saying, pre-recorded, you know, live, you know, the live ones, you know what I'm saying? There has been a great success in, you know, the number of people that are taking the time out to really take in the content and also apply it. And you could tell that they apply it because they're applying it because they're downloading it. You know what I'm saying? And probably listening to it over and over and over and over again so that they can start actively doing the same things in their lives. And I want to say I'm very appreciative, showing gratitude to those that do pay attention to the show. And I couldn't ask for anything more. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the fans, the followers, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you wanna shout out the haters, but I don't know the haters personally. So if you listening and you a hater, I'm sorry, you know, but thank you. You know what I mean? That's important, you know, being able to be appreciative of everyone that does tune in, regardless if you like the content or not like the content. But you also see, you know, if you download it, you potentially are trying to apply it in your own life. That's important. Well, I'll come to you this morning. Today is Monday, the 7th of March, 2022. And we just, you know, recently walked through the 222 portal. Okay. And what does that mean for all of us? You know, going into this year, we're in the third month of this year already, and we're seeing not only changes in our demographic, our geolocation. We're also seeing things pop off in, the world, in the world view. And what does that have to do with our self-love and our self-care? It has a whole lot to do with how we react to things. The biggest thing that I understand is how propaganda plays off the emotions, the psychological emotions of people. And I want to say, through the last 3 months, starting back in, no, I would say 4 months. Starting back in November, my ancestors keep saying this to me: don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. If you're truly connected to your ancestors, they're calming your spirit. I will say that they are calming your spirit. If you have recently listened to the Emerald Tablets, like for myself, I had to revisit it myself and listen to wisdom. Listen to wisdom that in a lot of ways is profound, but it makes you sit down and think. It makes you wonder, what exactly is the Most High and the ancestors cooking up, moving out of the way, bringing in, shedding off when we take the time out to meditate, to pray, to clear our thoughts, to clear our energy. You know what I'm saying? I think it's imperative for us to understand that there's a transfer right now. A transfer in the spiritual realm. There's a transfer in the physical. If you notice your emotions, you understand that you're more calm. It seems like you're more fearless than anything else. You don't take no shit from anybody. You're using wisdom with your words. You only speak when you really need to speak. You only command when you really need something done. Being able to just be one. As a fellow tarot reader, one tarot reader told me that it's more important for you to be present in the moment, in the now, than it is to always think about the future and learn how to let go of the past. And I think as we've walked through this portal, the 222 portal, I think it's very ironic that, and I feel it myself, so I feel that anybody in my soul tribe is feeling it too, is that they're not caring about what the past did. It's, it's not that they forgot the past, it's the fact that they're not thinking about the past because now they're understanding why those things happened the way they did. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important for all of us to understand it's time to, number one, be present, but also move forward as you're being present. What I mean by that is continue to do the things that you want to manifest into your life, but more so do it by going within. It's not so much about the action of you, articulating and moving into that, just moving into the manifestation, allowing the manifestation to come to you. And these last 2 months, I've been really into investing because I feel like investing into my future is very important. And there's two categories of investing in my future. Number one, my wellness, making sure I'm getting rest. And I'm not just talking about rest as in sleep. It's good that you get good sleep. That's important. But to just relax your body so it can rejuvenate. A lot of people keep making plans and not taking the time out to rest. It's not good for your growth. You know what I'm saying? And being able to eat properly. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you intake is what's going to really help you stay stable, help you stay emotionally stable, mentally stable, and when you're getting rest, when you're allowing your body to just relax, your body speaks to you and says, "Hey, thank you." You know, you decided to just sit down. You decided to just lay down. And when I say lay down, I'm not talking about lay down and go to sleep. I'm talking about lay down and just let the body rest. Don't do nothing. Don't, do so much action, this, that, and the other. But being able to just relax, and people in general haven't been able to do that because we're constantly on the hustle and the bustle. You know what I'm saying? And always got to get this, always got to get that, always got to do this, always got to do this for somebody else, always got to do this for mama, always got to do this for daddy, always got to do this for the children. I'm not saying you're not supposed to take care of your children. What I'm saying is there's more demand on your body that you feel that you have to do because you don't want to let no one down. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to think about yourself to be able to improve. If you don't think about your wellness in the areas of emotion and mentality, you know what I'm saying, your physical, what you're doing is, even though you might be manifesting greatness from within, and it's showing on the outside, and you saying you're not doing so much. I know these gurus will tell you you gotta constantly be at it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's not realistic. And I'm not saying that they're wrong, but in a lot of ways that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? When you're not taking the time out to ground yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking time to be one with nature, one with source, one with divine, one with most high, one with your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? It causes an unstable equilibrium within yourself, your body. And your body goes into what they might want to call a stress period. And you do not want to stress and worry, putting things on yourself that you can't bear. And you can't do that. You can't do this. I understand, gurus will tell you, you don't need that much sleep. Now, mind you, the Bible says little sleep, little slumber, the folding of the hands. And that's understandable. But when you have always been on the go and you eating food that is unsatisfactory, for the health, you're just eating something to, make it the next 4 hours, you know what I'm saying? And you're constantly moving. You're doing more damage than you are healing. And I think for me, personally, that has been my goal. Getting rest, resting my body, getting the proper amount of sleep, making sure that my needs are met. My needs, such as my overhead, my rent, my lights, my phone bill, my radio network, making sure those is met at a level of knowing how I should maneuver. Like, I made a post on Facebook. Was it yesterday? I think it was Yeah, it was yesterday. No, it was the day before. About I'm okay. I'm focusing on me. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to be in everybody's face on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Not always wanting to be seen. You know, when I'm always wanting to be seen, you know, I'm not really getting anything done. I'm just, you know, creating content just to be creating content. You know what I'm saying? But it has been a learning curve for me because I know that whatever it is I'm rewiring my brain to, I'm making sure that I'm drawing in the energy for what I have purposely solidified in my mind that I want to do. Every action, everything that I do has a purpose to it. And a lot of times people don't see the purpose of eating properly. A lot of times people don't see the purpose of, you know, getting their rest. They just constantly on the go because they feel like the only person that's going to get it done is yourself. In a lot of ways, that's true, but 9 times out of 10, the Most High and your ancestors are really working for you. You get what I'm saying? Being able to go within and hear your ancestors tell you certain things or certain strategic things to do so that there can be a balance, because you know there's a lot of people that deal with anxiety, there's a lot of people that deal with depression, and the main reason why people are dealing with depression is because the body is tired of being the same person that it has always been. You know what I'm saying? And the body is trying to communicate to you, telling you, hey, I don't want to do this no more. And I was watching a video on YouTube about that, and 2 videos to be exact. And when that was said, it kind of hit me like, yeah, I get it now. You know, if you're in a state of depression, your body is in a stagnation to the point of saying, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be this character that everybody see. I don't want to be this person that's always animated. You know what I'm saying? I want to, the body is actually telling you to switch the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because through depression comes anxiety. And I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not always right. All right? And what happens is the stress on your body causes you to be anxious. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or having these, what you call panic attacks. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's almost like an open epiphany, like your body telling you, hey man, shut the fuck down. Please. Calm down. Get your rest. If it's the reason why your body does that, and the reason why your ancestors are telling you to slow down, is because if you're getting ready to do something great within your life, or you're getting ready to manifest the most biggest part of your purpose, you need energy, okay? You need energy to be able to execute. Like for me, I've reprogrammed my mind to say, I'm going to buy land and I'm going to build my house. Okay? And when I say that, I always feel a change in my equilibrium, in my body, in my mind, because now my ancestors are instructing me and leading me in how to be reserved. You get what I'm saying? And by the way, take this as an intuitive exercise. Okay, use your intuition. This might be for you. This might not be for you. If it resonates, you know what I'm saying? If it resonates, it's good. If it doesn't, it'll probably resonate later. Okay? You know, there's no such thing if it resonates or it doesn't resonate, really. Because a lot of times we look at time as time wasted, but time is nothing but an illusion. So, with me saying that, you know, I'm taking instruction from my ancestors to let me know this is how things should be done. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, worry about nothing. When you worry, you add stress to your body. When you worry, you come into a place of depression. When you worry, you start having anxiety and panic attacks. And you don't want to go through that. Your body doesn't want to go back to that feeling of being stressed and worrying all the time. Your body wants to relax. You know what I mean? And I think that's very important, that you take the time out not to worry about things that don't need to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? Always do what you need to do, but make sure, even though it needs to be taken care of, that you take time out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And when I say this, I'm not talking about go out and buy you, you know, an expensive item just to make yourself feel good. I'm talking about being able to rejuvenate yourself. Because people, places and things will have you keep running and running and running, and then all of a sudden, in a moment's time, your body just shut down. You don't want that to happen. That's happened to me several times within the last 7 years of me being in radio. So, you know what I'm saying? I've overslept. It wasn't on time, because I overslept. I was constantly on the go. I was constantly pushing myself. I was constantly putting myself out there on the limb. Why? Because I felt that because I was already riding the wave, and then not only riding the wave, becoming the wave, that I always had to be on top of everything. And that's not necessarily true. You don't always have to just be on top. You know what I'm saying? Even the people, some of the greatest people that I've listened to, such as, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, Grant Cardone, who else? Kobe Bryant, listening to Dame Dash, you know what I'm saying? They all talk about the same things of how to better yourself, but they always say you have to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the power of, the most strongest thing that you actually have is your mind. You know what I'm saying? But the most powerful is your heart. Okay, that's where the electricity, we're electromagnetic because we get energy from the sun. That's electronic, and that brings us the energy. The earth grounds us. The earth is magnetic. So we're electromagnetic, meaning there's a constant flow. And when you're not grounding yourself, it's almost to the point that you cut off the actual flow between you and the Most High and the ancestors. And that's why you have to get rest. And that's why you have to be able to eat properly. A lot of people, you see it every day. Like for me, I work at a gas station, and I always see people getting energy drinks. And don't get me wrong, one of my favorite beverages is Mountain Dew, right? And I remember last week, matter of fact, this was yesterday. Oh, it wasn't yesterday. It was Saturday. And Spirit said, treat yourself. I was like, what you mean by treating myself? It said, get what you like and drink that. I was like, okay. So I got Mountain Dew. And I actually drank 3 of them. Okay? Because I have been constantly drinking water, drinking tea, drinking coffee. And I kind of laid off the coffee because I felt some type of way, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird. Your ancestors want you to be balanced. Like there's the dark side and there's the light side. And when you bring them together and bring them into a balance, then you have a balanced equilibrium and your mind is at peace. You know what I'm saying? Your body's at peace. So with me saying all that, going into and walking into this 222 portal is that we're walking into our manifestations, because our manifestations are we're attracting our manifestations to us, but we also have to prepare ourselves to be able to tackle the next level as that manifestation is attracting and being attracted to us, coming towards us. And so, Spirit was like, look, we don't want you to worry about anything. We don't want you to, be anxious. We don't want you to overexert yourself. We want you to maintain balance. And with them saying that, they are very proud of the fact of how I've handled a lot of things. Now, people may think it's inconsistency, but when you're on this side and at this level, it's like, okay, you can't care about what people think. You can't care about what people say. People are good at giving instruction, but they're not good at just giving. You know what I'm saying? Just giving. I told Spirit, I said, it seemed like I've done everything on my own without anyone investing in me for real. And Spirit was like, you're exactly right. And I had to ask Spirit, why is that? It's because naturally people only want to invest in you when you have made it. And you can't depend on people to make it. And I was like, that's interesting. Because that's like ultimately true. You can't wait on people to invest in you. You have to invest in yourself. And so Spirit guided me into 2 stocks, and I realized that as I got into investing within these last 2 months, and really soaking up the learning curve of stocks, it was like, wow, we haven't really been taught how to really invest in ourselves, because we're so what you call hardwired to people investing in us. We always want other people to invest in us versus us investing in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, Spirit had me look back at my 7-year career in radio and said, look, you done this. You put this together. This is what you did. And look at each stage, look at each year, and look at the progress you made since 2015 all the way up to now. And ask yourself one thing. Who helped you? Who helped you monetarily? You know what I'm saying? Who helped you with any type of money to be able to do the things that you do? And I was like, no one. Exactly. You did it. You put in the work. And Spirit had me also understand that within this stretch of 7 years, I had the strongest energy in my early years of radio, because I was creating a brand. I was creating a network, you know what I'm saying, for myself. And that was something I still am conquering down to this day. And I'm very proud of, because I'm proud of how Spirit got me to pay attention to what I was doing, how I was doing it, and why I was doing it. But then also in the process, learning how to balance my emotions, balance my mentality, learning how to be myself, learning how to, develop a show, learning how to develop communication skills, you know what I'm saying, learning how to articulate. And I'm like, I look back on the journey and I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are very surprised that you're truly intelligent, and that not only do you bring value to yourself, but you bring value to other people. And that's the next step here, with me saying that. But before we get into that, the value, we're going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back, okay, so we could talk about value, okay? All right, be right back after the break.
Dealing with the irregular bullshit. Still hearing this motherfucker speak nonsense. What are we to do? Just sit and lose? Just go to the polls and still lose? Who's winning here? The billionaires. I'm just a nobody from nowhere. Tax after tax, people still scared. Can you think for yourself with no fear? False evidence appearing real. Got niggas out here still carrying the steel. Possibilities are so endless from my scopes. Keep your head up and some high hope. Is it Bush fault or Obama's nigga? Did Bin Laden die for real, nigga? Is it Republican or Democrat? Just like that fucked up issues like cashews. We're the real news on the avenues.
Now they socialists, so they want it from me. Fucking hopeless, like a fucking degree from an HBCU in Negro Studies. Now you unemployed because of stupidity. What can you do? Cry and boo-hoo, feelings trump intelligence over compensation for irrelevance. Wanna live rich, but your mind is derelict. Yo, conceptualize concepts of constant nonsense. Sound stupid and useless and show incompetence. Foolish fuck show pure incontinence. Shitting yourself whenever Trump is popping in. That's money talking to dummies walking. So it don't make sense, cause you coons is fucking dense. White ones too, rap God, these words smite you fools. And you don't deserve to win, so you pussies lose. Listening to dissonance and rap tunes. Strong voices for bad choices you choose. White privilege ain't real, I can't see it. Trans people are ill, cause I'm proud of my penis. Lesbians claim feminism, cause they was never gonna be wise. So they advocate fucking little girls and wanna watch boys' demise. You should be happy that I'm telling you what's on my mind. Now go to SoundCloud, type in Filth Cat, get the fuck up out my face and go show some motherfucking pride.
Listen to the leaders of the new school. Familiar Filth Cat and Mark too. Politicking them issues like cashews. We're the real news on the avenues. Listen to the leaders of the new school. Familiar Filth Cat and Mark too. Politicking them issues like cashews. We're the real news on the avenues.
All right, I'm back. Let's talk about value for a minute. There's a lot of times we value our families, we value our friends. We spend more time doing things for other people. And then at the end of the day, we look at ourselves and we're like, do I really have value? And if you have to ask yourself that question, then I'm just be real. You don't know if you have value because you constantly in everybody else's face, right? You're pleasing everybody else but yourself. And what I realized within the last year is being able to put value where value really deserves to be put, and that is put into me. Within the last month, I took the time out to care about Uncle Deuce. You know what I'm saying? And be able to care about only me, because 9 times out of 10, people that say that they really care about you, want you to do good, they don't show that same value that you give them. That's like you always go visit your family members. You always, reach out to a friend or an ex or a girlfriend or your boyfriend, whatever. You're always doing things for them, but no one's actually doing anything for you. And then, lowly behold, you're barely doing anything for yourself. And so, I remember having a phone call last week with my brother. And I know my brother's always concerned about me. I'm his only brother, so, I'm the little brother. But, he hasn't heard, there's times where I just disconnect because I need time to really soak up me. You know what I'm saying? Even at work, you know what I'm saying? Um, it seems like I'm having some issues at work, but really I'm not having issues. It's just there's a lot of things I disagree with at work. And there's times I just want to just be like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done because I'm like, I ain't got time. I don't want to be, I don't want to stress myself. And so I've been learning how to be still. I'm learning how to not say much. I'm learning, even if I got a text message from someone, okay, I see the text message and, I see what it's about and then I just let it go. Not that I don't care about the individuals that are trying to get a hold of me. It's if I'm trying to find value within myself, right? And I'm constantly on the phone giving everybody else value. How much value do I have for myself at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? How much of that value am I putting into myself? You know what I'm saying? And so I've kind of like laid off answering texts, answering phone calls, being on social media, and only being concerned about me and finding time to, spend time with spirit, finding time to spend with the Most High, meditating, grounding myself, communicating with the Most High and the ancestors, taking time to laugh out loud, even in my own house, when I feel like my ancestors are just being funny, or the Most High got a little joke for me, you know what I'm saying? And, that part brings me more value than being on social media and always being on my phone answering everybody else. I need to be able to answer to myself. Why? Because even though everybody wants to be important, I have to look deep inside myself to find the importance of me. You know what I'm saying? I've taken the time to look even in the past and be like, dang, I have spent so much time giving to everyone else, but I've never given time and value to myself. You know what I'm saying? Being good to myself, staying out the way, staying out of people's hair, staying out of people's face. You know what I'm saying? Being at home, walk on my balcony here at home and be able to just grab fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Not worrying or not caring about what the world is going on in Indianapolis, Indiana, and just focus on myself. Not worrying about my job when I'm off. Not worrying about, if anything is going wrong with my family. If my brother is not texting me 911, is, what I'm saying, I know they're okay. But at the same time, even though I know they're okay, they worry about me. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying people are not supposed to worry about each other. What I'm saying is you got to be able to put value within yourself. Take care of you. I've been finding out new things about myself, finding out how the Most High really feels about me, my ancestors feel about me, and I'm enjoying it. Your spiritual journey should be enjoyable, not, oh, this is just something I do. You shouldn't even go through that that phase of your life. Spirituality is not just something that you do, it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn the fundamentals, then and really apply them, and then all of a sudden you allow allow the ancestors in the Most High to take over the driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? And for them to place you in position instead of you putting yourself in position. I think it's much easier for you to be able to do the things that you want to do in life and have more gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Being more thankful, unto the gods that they truly want what's best for you. I told the ancestors the other day, I said, I don't want any woman that's not doing what I'm doing. I don't want a woman that's not doing what I'm doing. Yes, I have the desire of wanting a partner. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want just a partner just for sexual healing. You know what I'm saying? Because, sex plays the part of healing when it comes to romance. You know what I'm saying? And becoming whole. But at the same time, when you abuse it, it's just something to do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to just be fucking. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be just having sex just to be having sex. I want sex to be meaningful. You know what I'm saying? So I've been celibate for a very long time now, and I'm learning how to add value to me. Like the last 2 months, I've been back into my cooking curve. I remember when I had married my wife back in 2003. The very thing that really attracted her, the two things that attracted her the most was my spirituality and the way I cook. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. And what really attracted me to her at that time was her work ethic. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she had my son, she had my daughter, my first son and my first daughter. And I'm like, okay. I made it a pact that she be at home, you know what I'm saying, to take care of the children. But at the same time, when I look back at that and I look at how our marriage kind of like faltered, it was like a learning curve of knowing what I want, what I need the most is, if I'm a hard worker, she's a hard worker. If I have plans to do business, if I have plans to invest, I want her to be able to do the same things. But I understand in order for that to happen, now I have to find that value within myself. So I had to go back to, fundamental things that I had been taught as a, teenager, as a young adult, to be able to stay consistent in. Because it's, if you've been taught how to cook, clean, and take care of yourself, those are the things that you're supposed to continue to do. You know what I'm saying? And do them consistently. And so now it's like the Most High and the ancestors are gearing me in, putting me back in that trying to find the right word. I don't want to say bubble. let's say, put me back in that focus of being able to maintain me. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come into a partnership, you should be able to continue to do the same things for yourself, not just for your partner, but for yourself, for the love of yourself. And then if you're not continually to do those things and you dependent on somebody else to do them for you, you don't love yourself as much. And, that shows more of less value to you. How can you be valuable to someone else when you don't even know the value of yourself and what you can do and how you can do it and why you're doing it? Because if one person is doing all the work in a partnership, guess what? That one person is going to wonder why the other person is not doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Being able to get up early, you know what I'm saying? Making up the bed, going downstairs or, into the kitchen, make coffee, get things prepared, cook breakfast, this, that, and the other. If you stop doing those things after you enter into any type of partnership, what happens is people see that and they disconnect. But then too, there are people that are not used to people that are consistent in showing their value, and it makes things kind of difficult, especially when you have been trained at early how to do those things yourself, and people are not used to that, and they kind of like run away from you. I've had that experience. I'm sorry about that. That's the garbage guys picking up trash for the day. They do that consistently throughout the whole day, make sure everything's cool. But anyway, finding value within yourself, what you are capable of doing, and being able to solidify a strong foundation within yourself so that when it's time to go into the business, well, the people, they see your consistency. When it's time for you to go into a partnership of a relationship, a romantic relationship, you're able to consistently produce. But if you're not able to consistently do that, it's because you're not allowing yourself to gain value. Like, let me give you another example. Like, I've always told my audience that if I ain't got nothing to speak on, I'm not going live or do pre-recordings. And when you constantly spew the same things out all the time, all because you may feel that people are not getting it because you're looking at around you, hearing the same thing consistently sometimes kind of bores the audience. You know what I mean? And so like for me, I've been on my self-love, self-care journey of soaking in value so I can apply it to myself. It's one thing to teach other people to change, but it's another when you have to teach yourself to change. That makes sense? So when you teach yourself how to change and start really realizing that you have value, and you start opening up those doors from within that show you yourself that you have value, then another dimension or another paradigm opens for you to usher you in, like I said in the first segment, usher you into attracting what it is you truly desire and what you need and what you want. And understand those three levels: what you desire, what you need, and what you want. What you desire is that your dream to come true. What you need is how you hold your overhead. How you hold down your house. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I feel like this: if my cabinets is full, my house is clean, dishes is washed, clothes washed, and someone is desiring you as a mate, if you go over to that person's house, right, and their house ain't clean, their bathroom ain't clean, their kitchen ain't clean, they don't make up the bed, they clothes all over the house, you got everything everywhere. If they are not organized and you are, that's a deal breaker for you. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you would be able to see that is if you actually pay attention to yourself. You get what I'm saying? So, I really see that this year is really going to be a year of blessing. There's always blessings within a pandemic or a crisis. And I've noticed the pattern because, I've been studying that lately, is that, people that have become multimillionaires, they always became millionaires in the middle of a crisis. You know what I'm saying? And in order for you to have that, what you call, millionaire mindset, you got to change some things and change some dynamics about yourself in order to manifest that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, every day when I meditate or I'm just sitting on my bed, the only thing I can hear now is I'm going to buy land and I'm going to build my house. That's my, this is my purpose, because I want to be able to leave something for my children and for my children's children. And I'm learning not to be selfish in that area as I'm taking care of myself and adding value to myself as well. All right. At this moment, I guess that's pretty much what I needed to release this morning. And I hope you got something out of this, because it's very important. I'm getting ready to brew me some tea and just relax and probably just and watch stocks. But I will produce another pre-recording today so that, as the ancestors, release me back into the mode of, releasing content, that I'm also relaxing. All right. Just to let everyone know, if you have not heard this from me, I want to say I love y'all all from the bottom of my heart. I'm very grateful, and I'm showing gratitude for the many people that have taken the time out to download each show and enjoy the content. I want to bring you different content. That way you could be well-rounded. If you are more spiritual than you are anything else, understand one thing: there's a balance in everything. So, you're going to hear things about investing. You're going to hear things about stocks. You're going to hear things about building wealth this year, because those are the actual things that I'm actually manifesting in my life, and I'm enjoying it and being more cautious about how I spend my money, being more cautious on making sure that the overhead is taken care of, this, that, and the other, because you need that focus. You need that focus. Focus is important. You know what I mean? So until the next show, I want to say love and light. Namaste. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all for being a part of my journey. Talk to y'all later and soon. Peace.
Let me tell you who I really am. Look at the process of the reject. Being rejected because he rejected progress. Progressing in elevation made him better. Elevating in light turned him into shredder. Illuminating brighter than darkness, he learned how to harness his light like a target. At one time he didn't think he had it. Processing the light with logic content. Rejecting darkness with words of light. Look at those arrows, can't penetrate light. Just like Goku going through evolution. Can't stand sitting in institutions speaking stupid. A son of a bright star burning bright. The more he speaks, the more he breaks flight. Can you feel the vibration of his frequency? He sounds so good, feel his energy. He been around for eons. Can't confuse him with them words called icon. As he's meditating, he's elevating. Watch the darkness get mad and start hating. In the light, make his words more vicious with a bite. Let him live in the eternal flame of his light. He's more than a scripture scripted in the light. A perfect imperfection, more satisfied. Solid in his words and more petrified. Living his attributes of his own love. Flying high and above, just like a dove. Deep secrets of wisdom flowing fluently. You can see the vibration of his frequency. Can you captivate the meaning of his mindset? Offset name brands like Reader's Digest. Processing information like a processor. There is only one he can call a true successor. A true intellectual speaking logic. His third eye open, wanna make a bet? Put him in position like a gatekeeper. When he speaks, he sounds like a street sweeper. A true paradox and even allegory. Picture the light deep in a story.